Hi everyone, I'm here to review everything that we've learned the first week of our doggy training class for Whippets. So I'm just going to go through some of the exercises you should be practicing. Okay, the first one is just pairing the clicker with the treat. And what our goal is to build like a couple of seconds delay, but just to warm them up. We're going to be using the clicker for so many exercises, they're going to get the concept. So I just usually do about 10 of them to warm up. And right now I'm just going to do about 5 or 6 of them. Make sure you have at least, several treats ready. Put them all in your hand and you're simply gonna pair it. Click. Good girl. Good boy. Shove it in his mouth. Click. Treat. Good boy. Okay. Click. Treat. And you want a treat he can eat quickly? Click. Treat. As you go through it, it's click, wait, treat. Click, wait, treat. Okay, but that's what you're going to get to, is you're going to get to, a couple of seconds delay. Click, wait, treat. Okay, he's expecting it. You can tell by looking at him. Okay, the next thing we were working on is when you first come to class, you are going to shape calm, which is setting your dog up so he's successful. Don't put him in some place that's too stressful. And then secondly, making sure that you don't reinforce excitable behavior. So step by step, you're going to think about what from excitable to calm, what the steps are, and reinforce those. Hand, grab the leash, 2 fingers. You're going to come into class again and immediately sit down and just plug your hands here so you don't communicate through the leash, because that will communicate nervousness. Okay, so I have the clicker in one hand and treats in the other. Now, I don't want him burrowing in my lap, so I'm going to wait until he kind of gives up a little bit. He's sniffing. There, that was one step. He sat down. Now remember, the treat can also be your praise or your touch. Good. I'm just reinforcing him sitting at this point. And I'm calm and relaxed. Good. He figured since sitting there nicely didn't get my attention, he would walk around. And I just didn't reinforce that. I'm just waiting for him. Now, it may be in this short of a session that we don't get very far. He doesn't get to the point where perfectly calm is lying down, not panting. Remember, things like whining, if they're whining, you wait until they've stopped whining for a little bit. If it's panting, you wait till they shut their mouth for a little bit. Ah, good boy. And I'm going to give him a praise treat too, and a pet. Now if I do too much, he's going to get back up. So I kind of sabotage myself there. So I'm just going to wait again. See if he lies back down. Good boy. Okay. So that's reinforcing calm. That was the next exercise. Okay, the next exercise that we worked on is I told you 3 ways to get a dog to do something. You could lure them, you could physically help them or model it, okay? Or you could wait until they did it naturally. We were going to work on the sit. So I want you to practice. I told you to practice physically putting them into a sit position. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this little... I'm going to do this up here so it's easier for you all to see. You can see my butt there. We'll move this right up here. Okay. Now all I'm going to do is practice sitting him physically. So I got him on something. I don't need the clicker. because I'm just going to use praise as my reinforcer. Praise and touch. So we're going to get up here. Good boy. Okay, remember to sit him. What you want to do, you don't have to hold the leash if you don't want, is control the head, control the dog. Hand up underneath here. If your dog is bad about having his head handled, you need to work on that. You should be able to touch his mouth. Good boy. And I usually give them little angel kisses when I'm touching their head. Head, and then you're going to tuck the rear. So actually I'm going to turn him this way so you can see the action. Good boy. Okay, come here. Lift the head. Good boy. Right? Tuck the rear. Yes, good puppy. Good boy. Such a good puppy. Love their ears rubbed. That's a reinforcer. Stand them back up with your hand. Good boy. Okay. Good boy. Notice I don't tell him to SIT, because what if he fights me? He's not too sure about this right now. So why do I want to associate a command with something he's not sure about? Wait until he really likes it. Okay. Right here again. Notice I tuck his butt up to his front. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Come on. Come on. Good, good. Now he's bracing a little bit because now he's like, ah, she's handling my butt. Whippets will do that. You do a couple and they're okay, then suddenly it's, I don't like this. So you got to talk him through it. Good boy. Okay, let's try it again. Good boy. Ready? Okay, let's go. Good, 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 good. All right. That was perfect. Okay, so you want to do several of these a day. Okay, now the next thing is to lure them up to a sit. And I told you, on the sitting, I want you to practice sitting them while you're standing next to them like this. So they're sitting in heel position, the physical sit. Okay, the lured sit, practice it both ways, but make sure you get something that they really want to get at. He likes pepperonis, so I got this big pepperoni. Yes, I got this big pepperoni. Now with this, I am going to use the clicker. So I'm going to get him here. I'm going to face him. Good boy. Okay. Okay, let's go. Come on. Oh, oh. Good boy. Good. 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 Okay, he didn't quite make the sit, but that's okay because he was on his way to a sit. I wanted to point that out. If you can't get him to sit, just click him for raising his head. We're doing half of it. Okay. Come here. 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 Here, buddy. Good boy. Oh, this is, come on, baby. Okay, come here. Okay, yes, come here. Okay. Good. Yes, good boy. Okay, so I took him back a step. You get it? You get it? Good. Okay. Good boy. Okay, come on. Good boy. Good boy. Now, the problem is, he might think that I'm treating him for jumping up. So I'm going to try to hold the lure closer to his nose. Good boy. Good boy. All right, I gave him a whole big piece. So when you lure them, you got to go up and then back. There's a real good way of doing that. Come here. Okay. Ready? Want to try again? Come here. Okay. Right here. Come on. Good boy. Okay. Come back a step. Okay, good. Oh, oh. Hey, come on. Come here. Good, 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 good. Good. All right. Notice I'm using my voice. I'm doing my good boy. Okay, good. Okay, good boy. Okay. Lure him up. Good. Yes, good boy. Good boy. That was good. Yes is my real click word. When I say yes. Now, when I'm saying good, 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 that's kind of like my keep going word. So I do it a couple different things, but you notice how your voice can do that. So that was good for him. I ended on a good one where he got into the sit. So just know that if they don't want to do it at first, did you notice he was panting a little bit? He was panting and turning away from me. That's a stress signal in Whippets. When you see that, they're unsure about what's going on. So you want to make sure that when you do that, you back off. Give him a bigger treat, ask less of him, and just kind of help him a little bit. Now, if he just completely turns away, then leave it and do something else. Okay, so the next exercise we were working on, so we've done calm, we've done click and treat, we've done physically sitting them, we've done luring them to a sit, which we need to have them doing by the time they come next on Friday. That's a big one, because everybody's going to be doing it with your dog. So the next one that we worked on was teaching them to walk on a loose lead. Okay, come on, let's get down. Good boy. I'm gonna move this. So this was the home base game. The goal was to teach them to walk on the left. Hey, buddy. With the area between the heel position is the area between the head and the neck, level with your left hip. So that's what you're gonna do. And you start out by holding the leash correctly. Right thumb, grab it. 2 fingers. Grab enough slack so you have just enough to give your dog some slack. Okay, goes down right over your knee. Okay, don't need the clicker for this. I tell most people this is probably the most aversive thing that I do in my training because they could get popped by the leash when you turn. We know that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick home base, which is home base here. You're gonna pick a spot out far away and put something distracting or find something distracting that they wanna go see. One good thing is an open gate in your backyard. That's a great, great exercise. Teach them not to run through open gates. But, so I got some distractions here. Oh, what are these, baby? So I'm gonna put them right out here. Yeah, you don't see? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to very quickly walk. Start out at home base, walk straight for it. In the instant, what I want is his attention on me, because if your dog is watching you, he can't be pulling at the same time, okay? He watch you, not pull. So, we're gonna walk toward this, and the instant I see he's kind of losing his attention and focusing on that distraction, I'm gonna very quickly plant my left foot in front of my right, bend my knees, remember my hands are right here, pivot in place, and turn the exact opposite direction. Make sure and turn all the way and look where you're going. Open my fingers and drop the slack. That's gonna give him about a half a second of slack for him to react. It's gonna give him time to realize I've turned. And then I'm gonna go in a pleasant little jog away from the distraction and encourage him to catch me. Okay, if he's not paying attention, he may get a little pop. Then it'll get his attention. Oh, gosh, she went the other way. Then you're gonna come back and do it again until you get to the point where you start walking toward that distraction and he's looking at you saying, I know she's gonna go, I know she's gonna go. And I'm gonna be ready. To make it fun. It's really important. You do not drag your dog. You're not trying to hurt him. What you're trying to do is encourage him to pay attention. Okay, come on, let's go. Come on. Dell is so mellow. Okay, let's go. You ready? Okay, I've got this. You don't want your left hand on the leash holding him. Right here. Okay, let's go. Come on. Let's go. Pivot, turn, little jog. Come on, let's go. Come on, good boy, good boy. All right, that's a good boy. Okay, do it again. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Pivot, turn. Good boy. Come on, let's go. Come on, good boy. All right. Do it again. Watch his attention. Little jog. Good boy. All right, all right, all right. Good boy. Down. Okay, let's do it again. Let's go. Come on. Drop the slack. Good boy. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good boy. All right. Okay, come on. Let's go. Oh, little jog. Come on. Let's go. boy. Now he's a little tired, but let's see if we can do it one more time. And I'm gonna go right up to the distraction and see where his attention goes. You ready? Okay, let's go. What do you think? Yes! What a good boy! What a good boy! Okay, let's go. Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, so you can see Dell's kind of a slow guy. He's very mellow. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do is, like with him, probably go at a little easier pace. Yes. It's hot out here right now, so, but the main thing is that you are going to try to make it, like I said, make it a game, make it fun, make it positive. If you find he's dragging a little bit, slow down, you know, just slow down a little bit. So, but what you want to reward is as you go walking toward that distraction, when you get to the point where you can see he's starting to kind of look to see that you're going to move. If you see he's doing that, praise him. Like, hey, that's what I want. Then do a little turn, jog, you know, make him successful. The key is for him to be successful. So you're going to pick a distraction, do that until you can turn around and you're not completely losing him. He's paying enough attention to follow you. Then pick another type of distraction next time and do the same thing. This should be a 5-minute exercise max, not much. Now, is it gonna solve pulling on the leash all the time? No, we're gonna work on that. Actually, next time, we're gonna just talk about little diversive methods that you can use when you're just walking them for walks, because who's gonna wanna turn around every time the dog starts to pull? Okay, so little things that we can do to help kind of keep a leash slack. And you can tell he already works on a slack leash pretty much, you know, because he's kind of learned that. Okay, the last thing that we did is the eye contact. So, I think you can see him here. Come here, baby. Okay, so we're gonna work on this, and it was just the watch me or the eye contact. So I got my treats, make sure I have a bunch of them. Don't forget, hot dogs make good training treats, along with cat food that's been softened. Make sure it's something they can chew in half a second. I've got my clicker in one hand, I got the dog in the other one. Okay. Okay, so you lure him up. Right. Oh, you wanted to sit. Okay, good boy. And I don't have the clicker ready. Good boy. Okay. Lure, click, treat. Good boy. Lure, click, treat. Lure, good boy. Now, if they pay too much attention to the clicker, he's looking for the clicker. Because a lot of times I'll put the clicker behind my back because it's too much of a distraction. Or if the clicker is loud enough that they don't like the sound, they sway, I put it back here so it's not quite so loud. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Okay, and sometimes when I do this, I'm going to start using my click word. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Okay, very simple. So that's what we were doing this last week. Next week, we're going to start working on the sit for crossed arms. We're going to do some more lead work. We're going to work on the table, and we're going to do sit, down, and stand. So that's why we want them to lure up to a sit. We'll work on the down. And we'll work more on playing the eye contact game. And a little bit of handling, getting used to, we're going to practice looking at their mouth. Good boy. You know, picking up their feet, placing their feet. You know, a little bit of physical handling just to get them used to it. So we'll see you next time.